6 hours before his execution, a man on death row made one final request. He didn't ask for family, he didn't ask for a priest. He asked to see the police dog he had stabbed 8 years earlier. The same dog that nearly killed him. When officers heard the request, they thought it was a joke. It wasn't. And what that dog did next left grown officers in that room in tears. This isn't just a story about crime or punishment. It's about something most people never understand. Because sometimes, the one who was hurt the most is the first one to forgive. Before all of this, Officer James Mitchell was a different man. 34 years old, tough, cold. Years on the job had changed him. He believed people were either good or bad, no middle ground. And control, that was everything to him. Even with his 9 partner. He was assigned a young German shepherd named Rex. Until one evening, something shifted. James sat down next to him. No commands, no force, just silence. And for the first time, the dog moved closer. That's where it started. Not with control, but with trust. Over the next 8 months, everything changed. James let go of force. Rex gave him loyalty. They became more than partners. They moved like one, thought like one, trusted without hesitation. An unbreakable bond. But bonds like that get tested. One afternoon in October, they responded to a robbery call. The suspect ran. Rex chased him down and took him to the ground perfectly. It should have ended there. But it didn't. It happened fast. The blade slid between James's ribs. He dropped instantly, blood soaking through his uniform. And Rex snapped. Not out of rage, out of instinct, out of love. 17 bites. That dog tore into the man who hurt his partner, over and over. He wasn't stopping, he wasn't thinking. He was protecting. James barely survived, weeks in the hospital. And Rex, he stayed. 48 hours next to that bed. No food, no sleep, just watching him breathe. The attacker was caught. His name was Daniel Cross. He was sentenced to death. That should have been the end. But somehow, it was just the beginning. 1 month later, a letter showed up. From death row. Daniel Cross admitted everything, said he deserved what was coming. James wanted to ignore it, forget him completely. But something about the letter didn't let him. He read it again and again. The anger didn't disappear. But it cracked. Over 8 years, James visited him 47 times. 2 men slowly changed. One learning how to let go of hate. The other trying to become human again, before time ran out. Then came the final letter. Daniel Cross had days left. And his last request wasn't for freedom. It was for Rex. He said he needed the dog to see that he had changed. Needed the one he hurt the most to see who he had become. And somehow James said yes. 6 hours before the execution, he walked into that prison with Rex. 15 years old now, slower, gray. But still watching everything. The hallway with Daniel Cross was already waiting, sitting still, hands folded. Waiting for a dog. Then Rex saw him. The room froze. Every officer watching, expecting one thing. Aggression, fear, reaction. Rex didn't do any of that. He walked forward, slow, focused. Right up to the man who stabbed him. And for a second, nothing happened. Then Rex made a choice. He placed his head on the man's lap. Daniel Cross broke instantly. His hands started shaking as they touched the dog's head. Tears falling in a way no one expected. Even the officers couldn't look away. Because they all felt it. This wasn't training. This wasn't instinct. This was something else. Something human inside a dog. When it was time to leave, Rex refused. He stayed pressed against him. Like he understood this was the last moment. James didn't pull him away. He just...
6 hours later, the execution began. James stood there, watching the man he once hated take his final breath. And something became clear. Forgiveness doesn't erase what happened, but it changes what happens next. It replaces rage with peace. It lets someone leave this world knowing they were seen as more than their worst mistake. And in that moment, James realized something that stayed with him forever. The dog didn't need 8 years to forgive. It only needed one moment. The story spread fast, millions watched it. A police dog who forgave the man who stabbed him. But the truth is, it wasn't just about the dog. It was about what the dog showed everyone else. That forgiveness isn't weakness. It's a choice. And sometimes, the ones we think are the most broken are the ones who need it the most.